Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at induced conversions. This is a situation where the company issuing the bonds give incentives for the bondholders to convert their bonds into common stocks for whatever reasons, like if they want to improve their ratio calculation, debt to equity ratio, or to take advantage of the change interest rate or any other reason. So what they need to do is they need to recognize an expense for the difference between the original and the new induced conversion. So for example, the original was 40 shares of no-par common stock can be issued for the bondholders for each $1,000 bonds. And then to induce the bondholders, they change it to 50 shares of no-par common stocks of the company. Okay? All the bonds are converted within the time limit because that may be an interesting proposition. When the market price of the common stock is $30 per share. So the fair value of the common stock issued to induce conversion, there are 10 number of bonds, $10,000 total par divided by $1,000, so there are 10. And common shares per bonds, the new one is 50, the original one was 40, the market price is $30. So it's going to be $30 times 50 shares. $30 times 50 shares times 10 of them. Okay. Now the original contract had 10 bonds, 40 shares per $1,000 bonds. The value is 30. So the original value was $30 times 40 times 10, $12,000. So there is an increase in cost of $3,000 for the company because of inducing these convertible bonds. Okay, so the bonds payable, if they are exercised, so the bonds payable will be canceled, $10,000. And then we have, or the company has to recognize bond conversion expense for the $3,000 higher cost because of the rate from 40 shares to 5 shares, and then common stock, because it's a no par, will be recorded at the $13,000 amount to be reported on the equity. So that's how we treat this additional expense for inducing the bondholders to convert their bonds, that we call the bond conversion expense. Thank you for watching.